Big twist. Robyn Brown's secret wedding exposed. Meet her new husband, fans in shock. Robyn Brown from Sister Wives is someone all fans recognize. Kody Brown was previously married to 3 other wives, and overall, they had a relatively stable life together. However, everything began to change after Kody married Robyn. From that point on, tensions grew within the family, and financial struggles became more noticeable. One by one, Kody's 3 former wives decided to leave, leaving Robyn as the only remaining spouse. Now, there's a shocking update making headlines. Reports claim that Robyn has secretly gotten married again, this time without Kody. Allegedly, her new husband's identity has been revealed, and the news has left fans in disbelief. Many are questioning how this could have happened and what it means for her current relationship with Kody. The situation has sparked heated speculation among Sister Wives viewers, with some wondering if there were underlying issues between Kody and Robyn that the public never knew about. Was this marriage a sudden decision, or has it been in the works for a while? And how will Kody respond to such a surprising turn of events? To get the full story and all the details, be sure to watch the complete video. The most recent season of Sister Wives closed with a wave of unresolved tension, emotional wounds, and fractured relationships. Season 19 was split into 2 parts, each carrying its own weight of drama and heartache. The first half of the season, which aired in late 2024, focused on the collapse of the Brown family's polygamist lifestyle. Kody Brown, once the central figure of a large and unconventional family, was left in a monogamous marriage with his 4th wife, Robyn Brown, after the departures of his first 3 wives, Meri, Janelle, and Christine. The second half shifted to an even more somber chapter as the family confronted the devastating loss of Garrison Brown, the son of Janelle and Kody, who tragically died by suicide in March 2024. While Garrison's passing was understandably treated as a private matter during filming, the grief surrounding it has cast a shadow over the family's already fragile relationships. Following the season finale, TLC aired a 4-part tell-all special hosted by Sukanya Suki Krishnan. Each episode featured in-depth, individual interviews with Kody, Robyn, and the original 3 wives, allowing them to reflect on the events that have unfolded and to share their perspectives on the dissolution of the family unit. The tell-all intentionally avoided discussing Garrison's death, focusing instead on the interpersonal fractures, resentments, and the complicated dynamics that remain between Kody, Robyn, and his ex-wives. It was during these conversations that Robyn's words and behavior stood out, not for their healing potential, but for the ways in which they seemed to hinder any progress toward reconciliation. When Robyn was asked whether she believed Kody favored her over the other wives, a topic that has been a source of contention for years, she denied it outright. Her response felt dismissive in the face of what many viewers and family members consider to be clear evidence of favoritism. For Meri, Janelle, and Christine, Kody's perceived preferential treatment of Robyn was one of the main catalysts for their decisions to leave. Janelle even coined the term sacred cow to describe Robyn's untouchable position in Kody's eyes. When Suki brought this phrase to Robyn during the tell-all, her response, "I don't know. Whatever. I don't care," seemed flippant and out of touch with the seriousness of the issue. Robyn's refusal to acknowledge or validate the experiences of the other wives creates a significant roadblock in the family's healing process. Admitting to the reality of Kody's favoritism, or even showing empathy toward those who felt sidelined because of it, could be a starting point for mending at least some of the broken relationships. Instead, Robyn's stance comes across as defensive and dismissive, reinforcing the divide that has been growing for years. Her inability, or unwillingness, to take accountability for her role in the family's unraveling leaves little room for meaningful dialogue or reconciliation. Another aspect of Robyn's presence in the tell-all was her insistence on clinging to the idea that Kody's relationships with his first 3 wives could somehow be repaired. While on the surface this may sound hopeful, it has begun to feel more like a form of denial. The reality is that deep emotional wounds and years of unresolved grievances have created an irreparable rift. Meri, Janelle, and Christine have each made it clear in various ways that they have moved on from Kody and are no longer interested in returning to the plural marriage dynamic. Robyn's insistence that the relationships can still be fixed seems less about genuine hope for healing and more about protecting the image of the polygamist ideal she joined over a decade ago. Her optimism, in this case, is not harmless. Kody appears to take Robyn's words to heart, and as long as she continues to suggest that reconciliation is possible, he may feel emboldened to approach his ex-wives from a position of superiority rather than mutual respect. This dynamic prevents him from accepting the reality that his relationships with Meri, Janelle, and Christine have ended for good, and it distracts from the more important work of rebuilding trust and communication with his adult children, many of whom have strained relationships with him as well. Robyn's entry into the family marked a turning point in its history. Before her arrival, Kody, Meri, Janelle, and Christine had been navigating the complexities of plural marriage for years. While their relationships were far from perfect, there was an established rhythm and understanding among them. Robyn's addition disrupted that balance, and over time, the perception that Kody's affection, time, and attention were disproportionately directed toward her became more pronounced. Whether or not this was intentional on her part, the outcome was the same: resentment grew, and the bonds that held the sister wives together began to unravel. During the tell-all, Robyn often skirted around direct questions or gave vague answers, which only added to the frustration for those hoping to see transparency and accountability. Her reluctance to engage openly on difficult topics gave the impression that she was more concerned with controlling the narrative than with fostering genuine understanding. For viewers who have watched the family's struggles play out over many seasons, this lack of candor felt like yet another missed opportunity for progress. The combination of Robyn's dismissive comments about favoritism, her unwavering yet unrealistic hope for reconciliation, and her guardedness during the tell-all paints a picture of someone who is either unable or unwilling to confront the reality of the situation. In doing so, she not only alienates herself further from Kody's former wives but also potentially undermines the family's ability to move forward in a healthier way. Healing after such a profound series of losses, the end of a decades-long family structure and the death of a beloved son, requires honesty, vulnerability, and a willingness to acknowledge the past. Without these, old wounds are left to fester. At this stage, it seems unlikely that Robyn will change her approach. She remains deeply entwined with Kody's perspective, and the mutual reinforcement between them makes it difficult for either to see the situation from the viewpoints of Meri, Janelle, Christine, or the children. While some relationships within the extended Brown family might improve if Robyn were to soften her stance or admit past mistakes, her current behavior suggests she is not ready to take that step. Until she does, the divisions within the family are likely to remain, and any dreams of unity, at least in the way she envisions it, will stay out of reach.